I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
James Harden cares more about MVPs and championships.
Oh.
And with that, we go to ABC.
It's time, guys. For us to say goodbye to Berserk. Yeah, we finished the episode. Well, not the episode. We finished the season this week. So the original Berserk series has been completed.
John, it's never goodbye. It's just see you later. Come on, man. I mean, you still got, like, there's still other Berserk content you could, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so, if you guys have not picked up already, we watched episodes, 22 to 25 of Berserk, the original 1997 one, to, finish it out for this week of Anime Book Club.
Yep.
This was quite a finale. Quite a fucking finale. Definitely was not expecting the way this shit went. I don't even know how much recap. I just it's basically everything went to hell, quite literally. If you guys haven't watched it, honestly, these last 3 weeks, I'll say 2, stop this from being just a regular old average series, because I wasn't super impressed. But the way it ended, when you talk about evoke emotions, I was angry. Not just, it was oh, it's a frustrating ending. This shit made you, this shit hurt my feelings, dog.
This was something out of a scary movie.
Yeah, I watched it right before I went to sleep, and it was
that was a mistake.
Yeah, dude, it was
I
wild.
did that too. It was a mistake.
Yeah. So I mean, they rescue basically. I'm not gonna go up. I'm gonna just do a generic thing instead episode by episode because everything's just kind of mashed together a bit.
It just felt like watching the 4 episodes. It was just like everything just kind of was just in one anyway.
It was just
exactly.
it was just a continuous
movie.
episode. Yeah.
So basically, they rescue Griffith from the prison, and then we see his broken down body from the year of torture, and then we see the main character see it, and it caused Guts to go into a frenzy and basically kill another 100 people on their way out, and then they get ambushed. All this stuff happens. Dude, I don't even this shit was wild.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure out when the rest of the crew finds out that Griffith is basically a shell of a human now, and can't do anything with his body like that. When you talk about some real torture shit, cutting Achilles tendons and wrists and stuff so they have no use of their hands or feet, fucking wild.
It's almost like what I kind of pegged it similar to Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
How he was torturing people, and he chopped off Rob's dangalang.
Not Rob.
Not Rob. It wasn't Rob Stark. It was
It wasn't Rob Stark.
It was
my fault.
It was
Who was it?
Fuck.
I can't remember.
No.
his name.
Oh, and he turned into
Greyjoy.
Greyjoy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Theon.
My fault. Theon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think it was them they were talking about.
Game of Thrones reference, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did
but,
watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that shit was wild. And then it really got wild because after they were trying to figure out what's going to happen to the Band of the Hawks, all this stuff, Gus finally realized he had everything he was looking for right here in front of him. He had a family that accepted him. And then Cass goes out here talking about how she might still love Griffith, and Guts was like, yo, I'm going to stay regardless so I can still clap those cheeks on a regular basis. Yep. And then
Griffith was listening.
Griffith was listening and had this vision and just goes off by steering a stagecoach with his teeth. And then almost dies in an accident because his body is so weak just to find the egg of the king. And then this shit gets weird. Then we go all Pan's Labyrinth, motherfucking... I don't even know how to describe this shit outside of, Hell on Earth.
Yeah, basically. You got the solar eclipse that was just kind of random.
Eclipse brought the demons out.
The eclipse brought all these demons out. I'm like,
Freaks come out at night.
yo,
You got all like the
going
dead
on?
faces on the ground. It turns from like green grass. Like Corcus has said, like it was just like green grass.
We were just in
just in a
fucking
meadow.
Yeah, and now this shit is all fucking red faces and
Bro,
shit on the
Sky is all
Corcus finally dies, and that's not the way how I wanted to happen.
right.
Yeah,
Like it
bro.
wasn't even like
Shit,
Actually, that was a fun death.
Yeah,
though.
he went out probably the easiest.
He
I've
went
ever
out
done.
the way I kind of want to go out,
Thinking you're grabbing titties and
buried
actually getting
in-
your face eaten.
just basically. So like a what's that thing called? It's like succubus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I could die, if I had to pick a
Yeah,
mythological
shout
way
out
to
to
die,
the succubus.
it'd be by succubus, buried in succubus titties. That's how I want to go out
My
in a
man's got
mythological
played.
way.
My man's like, yo, there's women in
Alright.
hell.
So, all
He
right.
thought this shit was. He thought this
Let me
shit
at
was
least-
sweet. He thought this shit was sweet.
So pretty much, we find out that Griffith was chosen from a child to basically be the next demon lord in a sense, and like they mentioned with the Egg of the King, you'll hold everything you want in your hands in exchange for your flesh and blood, and that's what happened. His body was gone. He lost everything, and it was time for him to have this rebirth as a demon, and the shit was wild. And basically to reach actualization, I guess, and to reach his new true form, he had to sacrifice all the people closest to him, which was the Band of the Hawk. And just I'm not gonna go into too much detail outside of just everyone's getting killed by demons, including Casca and Guts being marked.
Well, they all got marked. Everybody that died got marked.
Yeah, and their life force is what's transforming Griffith into this demon lord. So yeah, the ending is them struggling and fighting for survival and seeing Corcus dying, and I think it was pretty foul how they went to go rape Casca before she dies, and then yeah, the ending is a whole bunch of fighting, Guts struggling, and then we finally found out what happened to his arm and stuff because he was held down by demons while Griffith raped Casca in front of him.
That shit was wild,
Bro, that shit was crazy. I don't want to.
Watch Berserk, y'all.
For real, cause it. Whatever. I just was upset at the ending because I was like, damn, this is how y'all gonna end it, bro.
They ended it like that.
I
They didn't care about us at all.
Right now, they definitely didn't. Gave us no resolution. It was just casking, and all I saw was the end. I'm like, wow.
Well, yo,
bro.
we finally saw the birth of the Black Swordsman.
Yeah.
That shit was racist.
Wait, what? All right, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm 0-1 for blaming every minor inconvenience in my life on racism, but I'm gonna need you to explain
I need
this
some
one.
clarity.
I'm just hurt and Casca's black.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, Guts is spicy white, if that helps.
You know what's
Is he?
crazy?
I think Guts is spicy white.
But why? 'Cause he grew up in a circus?
No, he kind of looks spicy white.
Yeah, he's like
He doesn't look like Griffith. He doesn't look like the nobleman.
he's like the Pico de Gallo of like white people.
He's
Not like the
like,
minimal spicy.
Who's a spicy white guy in this day and age?
He's a mild salsa.
Who's like
He's
a-
mild, mild salsa.
yeah, like who's like the lead spicy white guy? Like
What, like Justin Timberlake, Robin
He's-
Thicke?
No, those are
No,
white,
those are white guys. But like somebody that's like he's white, but he's probably got like some like Spanish like.
Oh, you mean spicy white like that? Like
Yeah.
I would say like Sofia Vergara is like she's spicy white. I mean, she's Spanish,
No,
obviously, but she's like if you saw her, you'd be like, all right, she's spicy white.
No.
So
She's just
I
a
automatically
pale
think Sofia
Spanish
Vergara
person.
is
You
Spanish
know
off
she's-
of first.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously she's.
How
okay.
come this week all of a sudden you know what spicy white means? We brought it up the
All
past
right,
2 weeks.
I
and
mean,
we were
yeah,
fine.
I mean,
And
I
now
know.
this week you
All
don't
right,
know
but
what
yeah,
it
now that we're actually trying to figure out who's spicy white, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
means. Spicy white means mixed with white.
well, yeah, I know what it, John. I know what it
You
means.
just brought up Sofia Vergara.
But I'm saying if I saw her,
she's a light-skinned Colombian.
okay, yeah, she's a light-skinned Colombian. But I'm saying if I saw her and I didn't know what her name was, I'd be like, oh, she's definitely a spicy white.
I'd automatically think her name was like Esmeralda or some shit like that.
Esmeralda?
Like
Nigga said
Esmeralda
Esmeralda.
got a thick ass accent and some big titties. Basically, no, Mr. Superman, no here. We need more lemon pledge. All right, but like that's basically Guts' spice white to me. I don't know, John. I think you're reaching a little bit with the.
I am. I'm just hurt because literally I was out here like they couldn't just kill her like a normal character. Because at first I was like, there's no way they're killing Casca. Maybe Guts literally goes off and kills all the demons. And they're like, oh my god, you did it. I like literally in my head, I'm like, there's no way they can just end it with Griffin giving him up. I'm expecting at one point he goes, oh man, he made me forget my dream, so I'm not gonna do this. Like I'm gonna just try and rebuild this relationship. But it turns out Griffin was a spiteful little bitch, and there was just no reason. Like, literally, I was sitting here, I was like, bro, my son, like, the one thing Casper was trying to do was just protect yourself. And they really, like, if they just killed her, whatever, everyone else is dying, I get it. Then it's just a straight, I need to avenge Casca's death. Instead, it was, we went full on hentai, fucking tons of titties in the end.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
Did not know that was happening.
Which is crazy because if you think
this was a
about
90s anime, too.
Yeah, bro. It was mad titties.
I was about to say, old girl came out the
demon.
giant.
The demon lord is out here.
The demon lord was out here fucking.
I was like, damn, those some giant ass 34 double D's right there. That's crazy.
That was so exact.
Might have been 36. I don't know.
I
will
hate
argue.
both of you.
I will argue 36, but whatever.
And I mean, if we're scaling it, those are like Z's, like in regular human scale.
Well,
But
Somebody suck that baby dick.
hell no. Hell no.
but no, yeah, it was wild. I was honestly, I didn't think, I knew Cask was gonna die. Once I saw Rickard die, I was like,
Dude,
okay.
Rickard's death?
Once I saw him die, I was like, okay, Cass is just gonna go out in a blaze of glory. Blah blah blah. Oh.
Bro,
And
Judo's
she
death
kind of
hurt,
did.
too.
Judo's death
hurt, man.
Judo's death was because I was like the only one where we was getting dialogue.
I knew
Yeah.
Pippin was going to die because I realized he was Native American, and I don't think there's one situation where a Native American character has lived till the end in any form of media.
Pocahontas.
Someone died.
Well, a few of them lived in the movie, but then after that, that's a whole other can of worms. But
In real life.
in real life,
Right.
I mean, Pocahontas is based on a true story. But yeah, the whole Rickard thing, I was like, if Rickard's getting out of the paint by these monsters, yeah, nobody's surviving. Like, only Guts would survive this. And and then you fast forward, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, Cass is gonna go down. She's gonna go to Blaze of Glory, but she was about to, and then they grabbed her, and then they were like, all right, yeah, we're about to eat her. But first, and I was like, what do you mean, but
These
first?
horny ass demons, dog.
I was like, wow.
Now, you know what's
Someone
wild?
call the horny police.
Yo, literally, like, when it's, like, right before we saw Griffith's rebirth, Guts is gonna have to watch her get raped anyway. And it was wild because they just started lowering her on a spike.
Not
and
once,
then,
but like, yeah.
and then, hold on.
I
And
thought
then
that's
they
how
were
they were gonna
lowering
kill
her
her.
on the
I thought that was
spike.
right. Yeah, I thought it was what she was
I thought they
doing.
was gonna
I was like,
kill her
damn,
like
they're
that.
about to impale
Yeah, she
her
was gonna get
vagina
impaled.
with a
with a
horn.
nail looking
No,
horn.
the
type
wildest shit was when Griffith got reborn, the spike turned around and had a face.
shit.
Y'all
Yeah.
didn't see that?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
It was literally like, it was like, oh shit.
It was
like,
It was
bro.
You know why? The spike was Jamaican. He wasn't trying to put his face in that.
Oh my god.
That's you
That's-
see, it all comes full circle.
Everything just came full circle.
And that, kids, is a callback. And bro, this man Griffith really raped Guts' girl, looking him in the eye. The wildest thing is because they like kind of muffled this, like they changed it so facial expressions it looked like Casca was enjoying it.
Well, that's what the
Until
giant
the end,
lady.
Yeah,
was-
until she shed the tear.
Until she shed the
It
shit.
looked
that's
like
what
she
the
was-
giant lady was saying. She was like, "Wow, it's just the
Love,
most human
passion,
thing: love,
yeah.
passion, hate,
Jealousy.
anger,
Everything
jealousy,
happening at once.
everything
Yeah.
happening at once." I'm
It
like,
looked like she was just taking that shit and was
was
just
like,
like, oh
damn.
shit, like I don't know what's going on. And then you just see the tears, and my son, bro, when you talk about break someone, like not only was Guts so physically broken, he cut off his own arm to try and get it, so he
That
finally
was the
found
most
out.
savage part.
Because
I'm
they,
thinking-
normally in movies when someone cuts their own arm off, it's just like a shink. I'm just gonna go, and he had
see
to
it, bro.
hack
You see
it
it,
raw.
yeah. Yeah.
He had to hack
Yeah.
it off with a broken sword.
yeah.
And I'm thinking like, yo, I'm like, all right, this is how he's about to lose his arm. The monster's about to just bite it off, and that's gonna be that. Nope. He said, I'm taking this shit into my own hands. Like, give me my shit, bro.
Give him bro, that's love, dog.
I think the
And
craziest.
then he still got pinned down after that, bro.
I think a very interesting thing about the whole Griffith thing was like his flashback and talking to like the old lady and how she's saying like, yeah, what are you talking about?
if
Like
you
your
want
goal
the
is
dream.
to
About the dead
step
bodies.
over all your dead peoples. And I'm like, yo, that's
Trample
wild.
whoever
It
you
kind
need to get there.
it kind of put everything into perspective. Like
Yep.
we were thinking about like, yo, him becoming this whole demon lord. If you think about it, like him being the leader of the Band of the Hawk, him being as savage of a well, he's not as savage as Guts, but you know he put in work too.
I
You
feel
know,
like
he
it was
killed-
talking about when he was like, oh yeah, I don't think anything of these people. These people
Exactly.
gave, like they chose to follow me. So if they die, they die.
Is this talking
Right.
about a bigger thing, like on like a real life like thing, like people's
I
goals and
think so.
ambitions?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Nah,
literally
for
why I
sure.
feel like And I didn't really think much of it until the end. I was like, all right, this is kind of RT. Like, the pacing of it, as we saw, was, like, slow and things like that.
Yeah.
But, like, it was in these past 2 weeks where I was out here like, yo, I can really see, like, someone breaking down the shit in a film class. And I'm sure there's probably some college course somewhere that covers this shit. But I think that might be, like, because we've spoke about it here. I'm still trying to see why it was so great. And I feel like that right there might be it.
I think in a way
it might be the symbolism and just the way it was done at the end. That whole twist where shit got dark real quick.
In a way, are we all Griffith to an extent? Like, or maybe not all of us,
shit,
but like to get to where you want to go. Obviously, there's going to be sacrifice. There's going to be bodies in the way, not killing, obviously,
Yes,
But
metaphorical bodies that you're stepping over or
With
using.
the bodies at the floor.
Basically, yeah. I messed up that because I said that on Xbox the other day to one of my friends, but I honestly, God, thought it was panties, not bodies. I don't know why. Had a lapse of judgment. Don't know why. Don't look at me like that. All right, this is ridiculous.
He said let the panties sit. Like, that doesn't even come.
I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I need to get out of here. This is bad. We should just go back to doing it with not in person.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's some real deep shit. But I feel like that's part of it. Like, one of the reasons why it resonates to so many people is like that whole, like you said, that idea where it's like, for you to reach a goal that's so vast that affects so many people, you got to also remember how much people it's going to take to get there and how you want to have them be. Because just as easily as Griffith was like, all right, I'm going to sacrifice them, the whole thing of him being on the altar was him making that final decision on whether or not he was actually going to do it. That's how I feel like it was literally either, like, they're like, yo, these sacrifices are for you to turn into the thing. So I feel like if he was in that psyche where he was like, these people actually mean something to me. Like, at the end, that's what I'm saying. At the end where he realized, he was like, Guts was the one person that, like, he made me not think about my dream. So I thought that was him, and that was going to be his redeeming moment.
So then on the flip side, he needed to get rid of Guts to realize or to fulfill his dream.
So I thought Guts was going to make him remember what everyone meant, and then he was going to not do it. That's what I thought was going to happen. I had some semblance of hope.
The irony of, because Guts was trying to help him realize his dream.
Dude, Guts was doing everything to save him.
Yep.
And then even before, like, when he was in the water, he was like, yo, don't come near me, don't come near me. He still had that moment where he was like, yo, if he comes near me, everything's going to go to shit. I need him to stay away. If he touches my shoulder, it's going to trigger everything. Like, he realized. And it was like, obviously he didn't have a tongue, so he couldn't speak. But it was, as soon as it actually happened, then it all switched. Then it was like, yeah, Gus did it, but fuck it. I'm about to be reborn and just take what I want.
So what is the dream now, then? Because if before, when he was regular Griffith, long hair flowing,
I don't think there is.
Was he wanted to become king to change how the world worked, right? Now that he's a demon lord, basically, what is their purpose? Like, what is their goal?
I think,
like, does his goal become their goal? Like,
I don't think they have a goal, because I feel like it ties into how the beginning always starts.
Yeah.
And the thing they had to say where it's like, oh, like, for humans, there's nothing to be told to it. They're just pulled along by the thread of fate.
Yeah, and fate is something that's beyond human understanding.
So he was chosen to be one of those people that controls fate.
Mm-hmm.
He was chosen, and it was just he had to kind of go through this transformation and live his life to see what happened to that. Sort of, he lived his life to build these sacrifices to complete his transformation. He was chosen as a child, where they're just like, yo, we knew that you were, like, it's like there was an awakening. So it's like this was planted in him.
Yep.
And it was just waiting to be awakened.
And then all the monsters, if I remember correctly, all the monsters are basically people that were in the same situation as him, and but just didn't follow through with the
They weren't
sacrifice.
the ones. I don't think they were the actual chosen ones.
The failed test subjects.
Pretty much.
Dang, the failed horny test subjects.
Because I don't think they had they didn't have, like, the egg of the king and shit.
Or even the ambition.
Yeah.
But how did they spawn? How did these monsters? Well,
the eclipse brought them out.
Yeah.
But before the eclipse came, because we saw Rickard tending to all the injured Band of the Hawks, and he goes to get water. Then he sees the fairy.
Yo, those shits were wild.
And then you see the same type of monsters killing them that kill Rickard. So I'm like, so how did they get out?
Before
the eclipse?
So my understanding of it, I think right before that scene happened, I think that's when the
Did they have it at the same time?
What you talking about when the thing was floating down the river? What's the name of the shit? The shit that Griffith had, the red shit,
egg.
the egg. When that shit was like floating down the river, I think that happened like shortly after, you know, because that's when we saw that that thing.
The giant like snake.
The giant snake shit. Because I think that's kind of what was a trigger to like everything supernatural that was going on once that shit got cut. So I think that's where all of the demon lords and then that little fairy shit came out, and then that's where all the monsters and shit came through.
So the egg of the king was basically keeping these things away, and then when it separated from Griffith, is kind of like it's like leaking, almost like leaking like oil. Like some of them just kind of like seeped out, and then the eclipse is what brings out.
When it was coming to the time for his birth, they got out.
Yep.
Gotcha. So was this all like? So I'm assuming they planned like him like getting tortured and everything. Was that also part of the plan, or?
I thought it was, and that's why I thought it would just end. Like literally, I thought Griffith was just gonna be like eaten. I thought because when he holds the egg and goes, the person who has this will hold everything they want in their hands at the cost of their flesh and blood. I thought him being tortured and him losing everything at the height of him actually accomplishing everything he wanted to, and then him losing it, I thought that was it. I thought it was, this is my flesh and blood. This is me losing everything. I can't speak. I can't walk. I can't use my hands. Like all of that shit. I thought that's what happened. And then it went from that to just, I thought it was going to be like, this is the final thing. And it was going to be like a final battle where Gus has to fight some demons or whatever. And Griffith just lets him get taken. Because that's what it was, his worldly possessions like amounted to everything it needed to. And then when that happened, it would just be like, all right, we're going to come and take your body now to complete it. But then it turns out the real sacrifices was everyone else.
Yeah, this is just wild. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I could not have seen this coming.
Yeah, I'm about to say this is not something that like from the first
some M. Night Shyamalan shit.
Yeah, some M. Night Shyamalan shit for sure. Fucking from the way that the episodes first started, like going from 1 through 5 to ending like 25 through I don't know.
And then at least it did come full circle, because with the scene after the credits, you finally do see the birth of the Black Swordsman.
And it all makes sense now with him screaming out Griffith in the woods and the brand. So does that mean like whenever the brand comes up, that's just Griffith feeding off his life energy or something like that?
Could be.
I guess we'd have to watch more Berserk to find out.
Yeah. And it actually is a continuation of the series that restarted in 2016. And I watched the first episode, and I don't want to really ruin anything because who knows, we might discuss this later on. But
I mean, I will say that it made me want to find out more.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's too much manga for me to want to read it.
Yeah.
And I'm still I'm afraid that if I start reading manga, I'm not gonna stop and it's gonna absorb all of my time.
Yes.
So but there's a lot going on there. So it's a deeper story that is intriguing, and I think this year, like possibly the last anime adaptation come out, so it'll be complete. But apparently the goal is just to get revenge, which makes sense. But this was some shit. I can't say I like it more than anything else we've watched though. Still.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, top to bottom, like, I still think, not Konosuba. What do we watch after Konosuba? That was...
Slime.
Yeah, I think Slime is still probably my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, for how Berserk started, what I will... Not for nothing, the ending was pretty decent.
Yeah, the past three weeks was solid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's time. We gotta pour one out. Who wants to go first?
You know, it's been a long journey. And, you know, we've grown over this time. You know, it's 25 episodes. We've gone through trials and tribulations. But, you know, the one thing I can say is that you have to remember your dreams. You know, not everybody's dreams is the same. I don't want to be in you guys' dreams, and you guys don't want to be in my dreams. But, you know, we're all human at the end of the day. We're all going to use people.
You want to take us to the top with you?
Yes. Everybody has to come to the top. Everybody eats. And that's what I got from this. Everybody eats and everybody dies.
So you didn't actually pour one out for anyone.
Oh, sorry. We'll take it from... All right, redo it. All right, I'm going to pour one out for my guy, Rickard. Miss that kid.
Philosophical shit's going to get cut.
Pippin the God. Not saying nothing, just out here being big as shit for no reason.
Hey,
Of course, gotta shout out Guts. Spicy White was up in them Guts and Casca. I called it from the beginning. You can go back to episode 1. I called that. But yeah, that's it. Nobody else gets any pour outs.
Wow, that was timed pretty well.
Yeah.
I does this.
Yeah.
Dang, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yo, bro, the music is
The
so
music is
great.
so-
This shit is so great.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna just pour one out for the life Guts could have had, living peacefully in a cottage next to like a swordsmith, just training and clapping Casca's cheeks, and then instead he had to watch this girl get raped by somebody he thought was his friend. So, this was quite a turn. And I didn't think the ending of this show was gonna be so aggravating.
Yeah.
This shit really got me messed up. Like,
Yeah,
normally every
nah.
time we finish the show, I felt like good. This is a time where it was like, we finished this shit, I was like, dude, I can't wait to get on to the next one. Like, I want to put this in my review.
Or some resolve or something. This
Yeah.
is just like something.
And it's crazy because I recently started following this other tattoo artist who does a lot of anime and manga stuff, and he has like an account where like he interact with a lot of people, and he was asking what your favorite animes are, as people responding, and a lot of people said Berserk, and he's just like, yo, it's the best, and I feel like everyone who's watched it, I feel like is out here like, yo, this is amazing, and I think it's good, but like for those people, and a lot of people I know personally who are like, oh yeah, like watch it and wanted us to do this, like what is it that drew you guys in so much? I think Guts isn't he's a fun protagonist to get behind because he's pretty OP. I mean, he literally fought 100 men with a dull sword.
Embodied all them niggas.
Yeah.
Easy.
So it's like that stuff is cool, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, a lot of 90s anime is just for the culture.
Yeah.
Like-
Shit you gotta tune into.
Yeah, I feel like we've spoken about it, but it's like Dragon Ball Z is not a good show. It's that's for the culture. Off rip, it's for nostalgia purposes. That's about it. But like I feel like the only like maybe some older ones.
Maybe
like,
if Dragon Ball Z had Berserk's music, it would be a little higher on my list for me. You know
but
what I'm
like
saying?
I know like older ones like Akira and shit like that, which I haven't watched either. But those are supposed to be like classics,
Yeah.
like things like that. I get it, and I feel like the only one that's still pretty solid is fucking like One Piece, and that's still ongoing. So that grew up with it. So
All right, I think I'm ready.
all right, cool.
All right. This one might surprise y'all, but I'm a pour one out for Griffith, man.
Okay.
He's a man that, you know, he realized his dream, or he didn't realize his dream, whatever y'all interpretation of it is. But at the end of the day, as a result of what he was chasing, he had to suffer for it, and he had to get his Achilles and shit fucked up, and that shit just
Shout
wasn't
out
right.
KD.
Yeah, real shit. And I mean, my man was tortured, and it wasn't fun to look at. And then everybody else died as a result of it. So yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you were pouring out for Griffith because he finally got some cheeks and his whole life ruined from it.
Nah.
Wait, what are you talking about? He clapped Charlotte's cheeks.
Yeah, and his whole life was ruined from it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he's clapped cheeks before that, though.
Nah,
I'm saying he got the cheeks that he wanted. He finally found a girl. No, he got his cheeks clapped. That's what happened.
I think before...
Phil didn't watch, so he's mad confused.
He's like, huh?
All right,
Griffith was
before
out here
he was
throwing that
out,
shit
before he
in
was
the
out here
corner.
throwing it back for some timber and a horse. All right,
Timber and a horse.
Yeah,
40
like-
acres and a mule.
40
Oh,
acres and a
boy.
wheel, basically. Yeah.
Wowzers.
I'm pretty sure in his adult life he has had cheeks. Like,
I don't know.
him
He was
ha-
very focused on one goal, and when he never reacted to anyone until he saw
Well, we don't-
Charlotte.
well,
I don't know,
No,
bro.
no.
You saw what he did on top of Charlotte? He looked like he knew he was
knew what
doing
he
it.
was
He
doing.
finally smashed Charlotte, and his whole life was
But-
ruined. Because
but
imagine
granted-
your whole life gets ruined from like smashing once, even if it's not his first
You mean
time.
pregnancy?
Wow.
Well, I'm playing.
Now listen! Fucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about
You don't know nothing about that.
I mean,
Oh,
we pick up the show right when he's just on the cusp of his dream. So I'm assuming, all right, let's, for sake of the argument, 28 years old, right? So before that, and then we see
No,
when,
his anime characters be mad young. He's probably like 22.
all right, so yeah, like, all right, so he's like 22, right? Before that, you know, like a 5-year gap. We don't know what Griffith was all about.
Okay, even if he did smash, just imagine you just smashing once, and you end up locked in a dungeon and your Achilles tendon's cut. Like, imagine literally your entire life being ruined just because you wanted some cheeks.
A slave having sex with master's daughter. That's what I think of when you're telling me about smashing once and then ending up in a dungeon or dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll give you
compare
some
that
examples.
to now.
Compared to now, okay. Having sex with a clansman's daughter, ending up in a dungeon, tortured. I mean, it's time periods change, but the things stay the same.
Nigga said a clansman's daughter. Like you just go find a clan, somewhere in New York. Maybe I don't know.
Upstate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Upstate? You do
that's
go
Far,
past,
North Pennsylvania?
Once you
that's
go
closer to
past
you.
Bear Mountain, it's all bets are off at that point. And then everything in Pennsylvania, aside from Philadelphia and Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
and the Amish country.
Dude, this is the first time we've had a anime book club finale where we aren't like this isn't funny. Like
I don't know. I think
the ending was not funny.
the ending wasn't funny,
The
but
ending
I
was just
think-
we're
I think
out
we
here
did a good
like
job.
this.
I think we did a good job making it funny.
Yeah,
At least I tried to.
I'm emotionally hurt.
It's all right.
It's my man Guts. I just can't I can't imagine having to watch your girl get raped. Whoa! Don't say cuck.
I'm saying it's happened in history before.
I know, but I'm
Oh,
saying.
I say you personally. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say
Obviously
historical context matters.
Yeah.
That's what happened in
Talking about me.
Honestly though, that's what happened in the medieval times and stuff like that when the king would just be on some dickhead shit.
I'm talking about me, Justin.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm talking about I'm not just thinking about other people in history. Terrible things have happened in history.
Yeah. Got you.
Like, come on.
Terrible.
Terrible things have happened in history.
Got you.
Terrible,
But,
Kenny.
Right, and we finally get anime boobies.
Dude, you
And
have
it's
a
not
problem.
even I don't have a problem.
You have a
alright?
problem.
It's,
All right. In Justin's defense, though, anime titties are pretty nice.
they're top tier.
They be lit. They be lit.
Honestly,
He's like, all right.
I don't disagree, but it's
all right.
it seems like
But
this
I'm
is
just
the
saying,
moment he's been waiting for.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this
And
is
we
it.
get
He's
it
been
in a
waiting.
post-apocalyptic scenario, and it's like, damn, you can't even really focus on them because there's a whole bunch of monsters killing people. Like, what are we doing here?
What's more important?
What?
What's more important?
Boobies over monsters? Oh, give me the yiddies any day of the week.
No.
But not in this situation because you had to pay attention because it was mad crazy shit happening. Yeah. For the record, I'm not this weird of a person. I think it's just for the pod.
I don't know, man.
Actually, no.
I don't know what to believe
might
anymore.
be this weird of a person.
I think you're this weird as a person.
Damn.
All right. So, yeah, now that we've completed with Berserk, we're actually about to watch another series that I've never seen. So after this, I got a couple more things lined up that I want to do. So then we'll go into some stuff that I have seen, but that'll just be fun for the content wise. But this one is called Elfen Lied. It's gonna be pretty short. It's I think it's just 13 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 13 episodes. We'll probably stick to 3 episodes a week until the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know much about it. But apparently it's another mature one that's supposed to be another dark one.
Okay.
So we might just have these 2 dark ass animes, and then we're gonna go back to some other shit. I'll probably bring the mood up a little bit. Yeah, I don't.
Dang, you're really ending this on a somber note, man.
Dude,
This is just.
I know.
I was
Oh.
I was angry when I saw Casca get raped because I was literally like, bro, that's her one fear. Even if you're gonna kill her, just let her go. Even Corcus got to go out sweet.
The crazy part
Corcus
is
thought
that,
he was grabbing titties and got killed. And we all
Griffith literally
fuck Corcus.
found Casca as she's about to get raped, and then my man went full Devil Lord. And
Well, because he knew it would break. Because he knew it would break, or at least try and break Guts.
Yeah.
My son Guts blamed Griffin.
Griffin.
No,
Griffith.
sorry, you're
Griffith,
right.
yeah.
Griffin blamed Guts for the downfall of his career, just because he couldn't keep it in his pants.
Niggas.
Well, no,
Trifling.
because all right,
Trifling.
I don't think things happen. All right, if Guts doesn't leave, right? I don't think he gets tortured as much. He probably gets caught, but he does not get tortured for a year. Guts leaving is what broke. And honestly, Guts
Why is it
leaving
that deep?
is what led him to go to.
That's what I'm saying. So he's blaming Guts. But at the end of the day, I feel like he drove Guts away the moment he goes, I don't think I have any of these people as my friends or my equals. Even if he doesn't.
But then after
even
that,
if he
didn't
doesn't
Guts
know-
try and prove that he was an
I
equal?
think Guts just stuck around because he was like, I want to finish this battle.
And then he
Because that's why
finishes
when the
battle.
war was done, he was like, gotta go by.
All this shit could have been avoided, man. He could have just stayed in the forest and just lived
Beat
his
his meat.
life.
Oh, you're talking about Guts.
Yes.
Whoa.
Is it because wait? I'm also wait. I also thought of something.
Okay.
Is it because
This shit really got y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
I did
And
Yeah.
this is, and to me, this is just like, yo, I'm just over this shit.
like Griffith really? Gus
I'm
was the only
upset.
person he couldn't control, and that's what
I think,
led him.
What do you
to-
mean? He did control Guts.
No, he realized he couldn't control when Guts left. It was when it broke. There's like, I remember he kept saying like, "Oh, I own you," and that at the beginning when Guts first joined the band, the Hawk, he's like, "I own you now."
Well,
then
he
Gus
did, 'cause
left, and he was like, "Dang."
fight for your freedom, and you lost.
He's like, "Dang, like I don't own him anymore." Yeah, and it was kind of a piece from that broke inside. It's like, "Dang, I really don't own him," which means how much control do I
Son
really
got
have?
clapped up. It's not his fault.
I think he rushed the process. He didn't let the process. He knew he had to move on the shit quick.
You mean
And
what
he
the
did.
Sixers were trying to do?
Basically, he went into win now mode when he didn't have to.
Yep.
Because he had draft picks, he had young talent, and he squandered it.
Soiled it.
Soiled it. Soiled it. Yeah, crazy.
This shit upset me. I'm over Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can always watch the 2016 version. Crazy.
Anyway, let's get on to the next one. It's probably going to be upsetting anyway. I don't think it's going to be upsetting. I think it might be more entertaining. I have no idea what
Well,
this
I mean,
shit's going to
shit,
be
we
like.
only got 12, 13 episodes. I mean, it won't be.
Dude.
We'll get to the point a little faster.
I can bear sadness for
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
You all right there, buddy?
Well, you said it's a dark anime, so
I mean, yeah, but not every dark means sad. It might just be tons of gory violence and stuff like that. We'll find
And
out.
a little bleakness.
It's rated TV MA, so
I
you
could
probably
promise
get
you,
some more titties.
I can promise you though, it's not gonna have better music than Berserk. I don't think. Yeah, it is. This is honestly what I should be pouring out one for. This song.
This song.
This song is what I should pour one out for because this is lit. Like
make
any
this a
anime that
ringtone.
I've ever watched, this is like the most memorable soapbox piece. You know what I'm saying?
If I ever get to one of you guys' weddings in the future, I will. When I'm doing my toast, I will have the DJ play this song while toast.
I'll fall out of my seat, and then everybody will be so confused. Like, why is what?
They have to go back in the archives.
Yeah, for sure.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got